Hey everybody, time for another video review of a Bible by Thomas Nelson Publishers. This is the New King James Study Bible in the full color edition. They also have one that doesn't have all of the color and stuff, but this is the one I love a lot. I prefer this one. This has the new Comfort Read, Comfort Print. It also lays flat. That means it's a sewn binding and not a glued binding. This has got tons of great charts and stuff. It's in brown genuine leather, and I'll talk about the leather here in just a minute. But this is the third edition. Over 2 million copies were sold of the original New King James Study Bible. I think originally it was called the Nelson Study Bible, and then they changed the name to the New King James Study Bible. And then right before they came out with this third edition in a comfort print, they made a full color one, and I was very impressed with it. And this is the new updated version of it. It's got the comfort print, which is very great on the eyes. It's a full color design, 15,000 verse by verse study notes. It's got all kinds of great charts and Bible times and culture notes, introductions, outlines, timelines, and it says that it's in a clear, readable 9-point comfort font. It seemed a little bit smaller to me, but it is readable. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual Bible. Now I want you to look at this. This has got some grain. Do you see that? It's very rough feeling. The English Standard Version came out with I think they called it a deep brown cowhide. And this leather is very, very similar to that one. This is a very, very nice leather. I like it a lot. As you can see, it's got the stamped gold foil for the hubs, as well as the name of the New King James Study Bible. And then there's the logo, and then the logo for Thomas Nelson. It has 2 ribbons, kind of a tan and a red. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. Now, the line is inside. The liner is kind of this synthetic or coated paper liner. And then it's got, I was trying to think of what you call that. It's not really teal. It's kind of a greenish blue color, but I like it. And then, of course, here's the main page. Gives you all the information. Then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the copyright, 2018. Come all the way down here. Let you know where all the information coming from, the articles coming from. This is printed in China. This paper is, I think it's a 36. I'm not 100% sure. But there is a little, with a camera, it shows a little bit more ghosting than what you see when you're not looking through a lens and you're looking just directly on the actual page. As you can see, it's got the New King James Version, the cross references, the prophetic stars. I love that. The first time I ever saw that was in my open Bible, and I've always liked that. The annotations, the book introduction, outlines. And if you want to go back to the prophetic stars, I know I didn't really explain it very well. In the Old Testament, it's a clear star. Wait a minute, did I get that right or wrong? Let me look real quick. I may have gotten that wrong. One's clear and one's solid. I think the clear is a letting you know that it is, the prophecy is coming. Now, in the open Bible, it's right there. Let's go to the next page where it's at, where the prophecy is concerning Jesus. Yeah, it says right here, I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. You shall bruise his head, and he shall bruise his, or you shall bruise his heel. And the star, let's see, that verse is 15. There it is. I'll zoom in on it. It's real tiny. Let's see if that, there it is. You see it? Yeah, right there. So that is, of course, where that's from. But anyway, I jump ahead of myself. So let's get back to what we were supposed to be doing. Here's the editors and the contributors. It's the breakdown of the King James. This is getting, of course, to the books of the Old and New Testament, the articles. And this is nice to have to where you can look at that. Bible Times and Culture Notes. This is also another great feature that's in this. Charts and diagrams. In-text maps. Word studies. There we go. We got that. And notice the number where it says Hebrew is Elohim, and 430, which is telling you how to look that up in Strong's Concordance. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of those. And then as you can see, the full color here. This is the introduction to Genesis. And kind of goes down and shows you some more information. You know, one of the things I like this is it's kind of like having an encyclopedia mixed in with a study Bible. Having all these color notes. You remember back when they were black and white or when they were drawings instead of actual photographs? I like the actual photographs. I think this gives it a nice feel to it. And then you have kind of your outline here. Goes over to the next page. And as you can see, the print is not that bad. Like it says here, it's about a 9 font. This is probably about maybe a 7.5, maybe. It's not too much smaller. All your cross references are at the bottom of the page. And as you can see, there's all kinds of articles in here as well with beautiful pictures. I'm going to skip ahead and let's go over to, I like how on each page when you get into a new section, it gives you plenty of color and introductions, timelines. And another thing that's kind of cool is I like having the maps within the text. There you go. There's a map there in the text. I like that. I like having that there instead of flipping back and forth. Let's go ahead and flip over to, there's Isaiah. Let's go to the New Testament. Let's see if we can get here in between. Okay, here we go into the New Testament. Thinking about study in the New Testament, which is great. This is written by D.A. Carlson. The geography of the Gospels. The harmony of the Gospels. Now this is another cool feature because it gives it to you in chronological timeline. This is a great study. If you're doing a study on the life of Christ, you can go through it in chronological order and go to the scriptures where it's at. It's kind of like having a chronological New Testament. Then here is the Gospel of Matthew, the introduction page, and as you can see, that wonderful color. These guys, you guys just, you know, Nelson did just an awesome job of coming up with great photography. Then you come here to the bottom, there's some more articles and stuff. Again, the maps, great maps. Sorry, I got my fat hand in there. Didn't mean to do that. As you can see, there's tons and tons of information. This is a study Bible. I will be honest with you. This is in par to, a lot of people say that the English Standard Version, the ESV study Bible, is one of the best ones out there, and it is. But I think this is also right up there with it. I've been very impressed with this. Let's go back here to the very back. There's extra, at the Revelation, there's extra information. The Bible as history. What is theology? The teachings and the illustrations of Christ. The prophecies of the Messiah fulfilled in Christ Jesus, or in Jesus Christ. This is also a chart that you find in the Open Bible. That's the first time I ever saw it, was in the Open. The parables of Jesus, the miracles of Jesus, the prayers of the Bible, from biblical book to contemporary hook. Not quite sure what that means. Basically, if we zoom in on this, it shows the Genesis, the theme, Christ focus, implications, and what they called the hook. Kind of a little bit in the gutter there, but you know, it's not too bad. And there's quite a few pages of that. Subject index and annotations and features. Kind of a chart here, back here, of all that stuff. The Concordance. This baby is big. Look at all these pages, and I'm just got into the love of Christ. Pen, priest, Sabbath. This is a lot of pages. A lot of pages for the Concordance. I mean, you don't have to worry about finding stuff. It's all in here. Then we get into a few blank pages, and then some more maps. And then that's it. You know what? I'm just going to be honest with you. This is one of my favorite study Bibles right now. I've been using this at the radio station, and I really like it. It's very good. I love the updates that they've done on it, and I think it's a great Bible for your collection. You can find it pretty much decent prices. Matter of fact, I'm going to look at it back here. It says it's $109, but I can tell you right now you can find it cheaper online at many different places. And there's the ISBN number if you want to check it out. But I highly, highly recommend this Bible. This is Thomas Nelson's New King James Version Study Bible in full color. Now they do have another version. You know what? I correct myself. I said that they sent this to me. They sent me the one that's two color. It's not the full color. And that's the one I got, and I actually bought this one. But still, I still like it. If you don't like all the color and you would rather not have that, then you can also get it. There's too much glare on the box. You can get it in that two color if you would like that. Or if you're like me and you like all the color you can get your hands on, this is a great one. Both of them are great Bibles. I highly recommend them. And this has been another review. I'm Kevin Grady for the Gospel According to Music.